Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or for those at other parts of the world, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. We are live with the Summer Split Finals for LGL 2019. My name is Marc Alexander Arrambide, and I'll be joined on this amazing cast with the LGL guy, aka Joshua Joushi Howard. Joushi, you tell us what is about to go down in this series.
Well, it's been a great season overall, but we're finally seeing the culmination of what's been a whole set of 3 months of games.
Whenever we're watching draft phase, I'm going to be looking to Evi's face cam whenever he locks in a champion, because anytime that he picked a champion for himself, he gave a thumbs up to the camera and was like, hey, this is my champion. For the Kale, for the Gnar.
For V3, you can definitely look a lot towards the mid lane, and Zahir Khan completely open. Oh, the Pantheon actually going to come out as the first pick. Vision that was initially placed.
And we have
90% to 10.
90% for DFM win to come out here in this series. I mean, if you have faith in V3, you better take the Twitter and send up those hashtags in force to give V3 your love.
I'm not expecting a whole lot to necessarily come out from the mid lane, simply because both these champions kind of nullify what the other is really trying to do. But you're already seeing, like, look at how few CS Paz is going for. They're actually going to be pushing them underneath the turret, still potentially looking at a dive. So if they go for it, the stun comes out, getting a lot of damage. You're trying to find it. The execute from the Kingslayer is not there. Instead, Evie has to go out, use the Aegis to keep himself alive, and they barely get out. And look at how much CS has been lost from Paz. He's sitting at only 8 to 27. Potentially trying to prevent a re-dive, and look at this, right on time. Steel is here, going to be running right into the Gragas.
Baby is going to body slam right back, though, and we have the Pantheon drop. Evie trying to be able to help his jungler get out of a bad situation with Baby, and he's able to just careen and smooth right over, but Ace is coming in for the roam. They don't have the answer from Seros. This could be a potential 2v3. Evie's going to stun Ace right into the get-go, and Evie's just trying to buy as much time as he can. Now the teleport is coming in from Seros. He does have the pop blossom if he can get in there, but everyone from the side of V3 Esports has already backed off before anything could happen. Whew.
That was dumb. I don't really have better words for that. There is just a lot of nothing going on. Evie uses the Grand Skyfall. I was expecting it to come out and potentially target Baby, because it's become so much larger than it has been in the past. You don't get as much warning as you used to, but instead use it to kind of clear the way behind Paz, and maybe it denied a couple of minions as Aatrox was forced to come down and help out the rest of his team. But just as you mentioned, Ace was already on his way up, and Sarah's being forced to blow his TP to try and help out the rest of his team. Maybe it was necessary, but definitely this big play that DFM was trying to go for completely turned on its head.
Wants to go in and start some plays, and Baby might just run into Steel. The ward comes in, but he has priority from Ace. Unfortunately, Seros is not able to match the roam, and Steel's just going to have to walk away from his jungle, but they're continuing the chase, and Ace, and they're now going for the 4v3 dive. Glacial Fissure comes out, Explosive Cast fires Utapone right into the heart of Yutori, and he's going to be able to pick up the kill. The legendary AD duel, First Blood, is drawn for Yutori.
Beautiful body slam coming up from Baby to make sure that there wasn't a way. Utapone looked to have a brilliant escape with the Lantern. This is interesting. Vivid and Tomiyashi playing fairly far back. They do end up throwing down a pink ward, and so what ends up happening is Steel and Paz run into each other and just run by.
Well, Paz says, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt your scuttle crab taking it. Let me just walk on out. Don't mind me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't gank me again.
Now, V3 is emphasizing their priority over the Ocean Dragon. It means that DFM is finally going to pick it up, but it's well after plates have already gone down. It means that there is going to be less use for this Rift Herald, and V3 already picking up 2 dragons, and DFM might not even get this Rift Herald.
3,700 health on it right now. Steel does have... he doesn't even have Smite. This is so dangerous. And now the engage comes in from Paz and Ace. They're getting so much damage down into Steel. He's going to force the flash away. He's going to be able to get out alive. But Evie is able to flash over the wall, but is still critically low, almost 300 health. Baby looking for more damage onto Seros. The flash comes in from Vivid as well. And Ace looking for the chains. Pop loss, and the shield will delay as much time as they can. Cleanse comes out to ignore the stun. But no one dies miraculously somehow. Now, thanks to having no tier 1 turret on the bottom side or top side on the map, both of those areas, you hate to see it.
Not going to land either of the Scar awards, and with this death ball starting to come out from DFM, it just means that this explosive cast can be a little bit more impactful. Baby popping the Predator.
He's looking for a target here, but no one from DFM is going to bite.
Oh,
but we have this Grand Skyfall. He's going to teleport or land right into the back line, but does he really have a target that he wants to go on? He's waiting for the fight to start out, but Baby's going to start it off before. Saros does get the Pop Blossom onto 3 members, but the fight might already be lost as Unipone is getting handedly taken out by Ace as he does finally take him down. It's just Gang and Saros and Evie, but they're on split ends and fights. 3v1 and 2v2. There's no way that DFM come out on top. Either side here, Joushi, as V3 are slowly but steadily making their way down. The explosive cast comes out from Steel, but it completely whiffs. Pop Blossom is going to come out, lands onto 2 people for the stun, but Vivid will be able to use the stopwatch to buy some time, but Unipone finds an opportunity onto Yatori with the Killer Instinct, but will get exhausted and latched down by Ace, and now the fight has erupted into 2. Once again, Paz trying to be in a 1v2 against Steel and Gang, looks for the flash, but Steel's going to be able to save Gang's life and body blocks him. Ace coming in for the cleanup, popping the Zhonya's Hourglass, buying some time once again, is able to get the kill due to the turret shots being taken down on the pads, and now it's only 3v2. Gang lands the hook. He's gonna have the stopwatch coming out. Steel doesn't have a lot of mana. He's trying to do as much damage as he can with the Conquer Keystone, but I don't think it's going to be coming to fruition.
The global gold has to be making this almost even overall. They're very similar in terms of itemization at this point, and look at this. Ace completely uninhibited.
Baby gets hooked by the hook, and he's going to pop the Zhonya's Hourglass to try and buy some time. Saros finding a Pop Blossom only on 1, and now Paz and Ace are trying to flank from the side. Saros is left all by himself. The Zhonya's Hourglass is only going to delay the inevitable. Grand Starfall comes in onto the backline, but he's going to get CC chained, locked down by the rest of V3 Esports. It's just too damn easy for them to be able to deal with the solo laners of DFM. 5-on-3, they look to push to end game 1.
Here's V3 going to be on at the first Nexus turret.
Nexus turret 1 should be falling pretty soon. Paz pops the stopwatch top. Unipone trying to get the Killer Instincts for the shield, but the exhaust is going to slow him down for Ace to be able to pick up along with Yatori. They're going to look for one more on the Steel. That's a double kill for Yatori. That's going to be another kill for Paz, and Nexus will be taken down. Game 1 goes over to V3. I'm afraid to say that this is probably means that we're never going to see Pantheon in this draft phase from either team, unless maybe V3 need to show us how Pantheon is meant to be played or piloted to success. As I mean,
you and I have very different wants when it comes to Pantheon. I'm very happy to see him completely gone, at least until he gets a couple more buffs.
Come on. See, Joushi, this is why that no matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to carry me in ranked duo, because while you're trying to
we don't play duo.
I would like to, but I'm too afraid I'm just gonna feed and make you lose LP, man. Like you're gonna be wanting to go for typical meta flavor stuff in mid lane or top lane, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, I want to play AP Shyvana. Hey, I want to play Ezreal jungle.
Most played champion during the split, simply because he has so much safety, and the Gnar coming through. Oh, there he goes. He is going to be ending up playing that, but they're both going for this full clear, and still a little bit slower since he has chosen to go back, but beautiful hook.
Beautiful hook and beautiful flay. The ignite comes out. Unipone's gonna flash in for Vivid. He's gonna try to dance around using the battle dance, but it's not gonna be enough. First blood goes over to Gang, and the flay comes in onto Yatori, but Unipone is dangerously low, so he cannot engage any further. Gang is trying to trade some auto attacks back onto Yatori. Flash hook from the death sentence, and Unipone and Gang are gonna be able to pick up another kill for this bot lane.
Fortunately, Guild on the other side has already cleared everything in the top half.
And they'll see that there was some vision onto the tri-bush, and they know that Baby's on the top side of the map, but Saros still disrespecting it. Cleanses way too late. Already getting flown through the air with that seismic shove, and that's a kill for the Crocodile.
Yeah, there's a little bit of vision around. V3 has a pretty good idea of anything other than a lane gank coming through, but they're giving a lot of respect, but they find Yatori.
And there comes the paranoia, but is he in range to be able to fly in? Here he comes right onto Vivid and Yatori, and he flashes and gets the auto attack. We love the observers for getting the close-in zoom, and Unipone finally finds the kill that he was looking for in this lane.
That are available. It's still once again in the bottom side of the map and has paranoia coming up right now.
Oh, it's just on repeat, but we have a teleport answer coming out from, I believe, Ace, and he's got the dominance. He's gonna slice and dice through Gang. That's the support going down.
And honestly, I just have to really praise Ace for going for this teleport in the first place. As soon as the hook starts going out, Ace starts teleporting into the bottom lane, and it forces Steel to really reconsider what he wants to do with his ultimate, and ends up not even using the second part of it. Moving up, and now Evie's moving down. There might actually be spoiling for a massive fight across the entire set of champions. Now Evie going to be returning back to the top lane, has his ultimate right on back available, and Paz a little bit far forward, but he's going to get jumped up.
Well, Evie is getting collapsed upon by Baby. The Weaver's Wall, looking for the seismic shove, is just going to slam him right into the wall. Has the flash. We have the Realm Orb coming up from Paz trying to follow. He has flash if he needs it. There is the Realm or the Root Stun coming out, but it takes Ace coming all the way from mid lane, slicing and dicing through the minions. The gap close onto the Gnar. Well, Infernal has come up, and Baby just uses the Weaver's Wall to cut off any entrance from DFM. They're able to secure it for themselves. They're going to get secure on that bonus AD and AP for a little bit of extra scaling, but Gang finds a hook onto Ace. The big crocodile going to turn him into leather boots and belts here, and Gang gets the shutdown onto Ace. Paz trying to get the Realm Orb out, and he's able to make it out alive, but Gang! What a madman! What a sniper with the hooks! Is able to find and lock down Paz for the kill.
But what a lot of members of E3 don't necessarily respect is they can't really walk through this corridor. They take a lot of damage as they move in. Beautiful DFM steal. He looks like it's going on to Tormiyashi, but he doesn't end up using it. And at the same time, Gang already knowing exactly what's going on.
Thresh players around the world are just crying in pure bliss and happiness for that hook play. I mean, gosh, the amount of confidence for Gang to have to flash and make that play happen. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I don't think DFM is really concerned about the Baron. There's no Mountain Drakes taken by V3. They don't do it particularly quickly. But we'll have to see. We've been seeing that Paz continue to go here.
Flash hook from Gang locks down Paz, but they don't take him down quite yet as Evie's trying to work through the Seraph's Embrace Shield, but the rest of E3 are trying to claw through Seros, but Yutapone is popping off. The Spear of Shojin is allowing him to get the cooldown reduction he needs to track down Baby. Dashing in one more time, the auto attacks. There's so much damage coming out from DFM. They lose Seros, but they take down 3 in response.
So the fact that Evie's here when he has an extra teleport advantage, a little bit surprising to me, as they're not allocating all of this farm as well as it really could be, and instead might be running around trying to see if they can find a fight onto someone.
Gang was looking for the flash hook once again onto the crocodile. Doesn't find it, but they chunk out Paz and they pop the Zhonya's hourglass, and he should be falling as Evie gets the Mega Gnar onto the crocodile, and Paz forcing the flash out of Vivid. He's going to try to go back into the fray with the quickness and does find one back on his steal. Evie taking a lot of damage as well as Gang, but Seros and Yutapone are still untouched, but that's a lot of damage for the seismic shove. Gang finds the death sentence onto Baby, and Yutapone is going to flash in. They flash in as well from Evie for the boomerang slow. They're trying to lock down V3 for the game to end here, and they take him down. Woo, Baby!
Already 3 members are coming back, but Tormiyashi is going to be a little bit later to the party. Oh, just kidding. Xayah and Rakan can back together. It's such a strong ability, but already DFM is starting to hit this inhibitor turret. The members aren't here. Being hooked again.
But they don't go on it. They're being restrained. But another hook lands on the Vivid. But Gang is just playing with their food. But here comes the stun from the Scatter of the Weak, just constantly chunking out Vivid and making him fear for his life, wondering whether the next CC that comes in will be the last one he will see before he gets gray screen. But it's just enough for DFM to be able to succeed on this inhibitor push. But Ace does pick up one on the Evie. That is a huge Mega Gnar ultimate that will be in this fight. Steel is also going critically low. Ace getting the double kill, and now it's a 5-on-3. Maybe this is where V3 look to turn things around, but they're being very cautious. Health bars are pretty low.
And now they're going to have multiple sets of cannons starting to hit this. And Steel, I think this is going to be a zoning ultimate. Just make sure that everybody backs away in order for them to pick up this inhibitor. I don't expect him to actually use it, but that's a big ultimate that they don't have. And here's a teleport coming up behind them.
Teleport for the flank, and Vivid lands on great grand entrance, but there's Evie with the 3-man Mega Gnar ultimate. Can Ace really pick up the pieces on the back line? GA gets popped. I don't think he's going to be living for long. The crocodile is going to have to find some work. Goes on the Evie. It does get the consolation prize, but will eventually get run down by Yutapone. And Baby's going to try to delay as long as he can with that Weaver's Wall, but Seros, Yutapone, and Steel still trying to make this push happen. They want to end the game right now. Seros popping his Zhonya's Hourglass, as well as Paz. Grand Entrance comes out. Yutapone flashing the engage attempt from Vivid, and he's trying to dance around, but Paz will go down to Steel. 3-on-2. Supers onto the Nexus turrets. They're looking for the first one on the bottom side. Yutapone trying to do as much damage as he can. Vivid and Baby trying to defend as much as they can, but Baby just doesn't have enough mana to be able to contest, and game 2 finally goes over to the side of DFM.